Hey guys, welcome to GSL. This is Gulshan Singh presenting today Standard 10th Physics Light. In this video, this is 1 hour marathon. In this class, I give you detailed information about light. As you see in your screen, I provided you all courses on standard 6 to 12, triple C course, English crash course, which is just in 45 days, etc. You are right. This video is going to be more interesting. So please like, share, subscribe and support to our channel. So without wasting any more time, I am going to start it right now. Please support us. And comes on light. A window to the world. Light, from which we are able to see our world around us. We are unable to see anything in dark room without light. So we can say light is something like that enlightens the world. We are able to see this beautiful world around us because of light. We detect light with our eyes. You can understand how? With our eyes. Light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy which helps us to guide the path and makes things visible to us by its properties. So we needed a source of light to visible to us. How object visible to us? I can't expect it without of light. As you see, this bulb glows and we see in dark room. We are able to see in dark room because of presence of light. I can't see in dark room. I am able to see because of when the rays of light coming from luminous object and it falls on any object and the object reflected light back to our eyes and we are able to see that objects. In this case this happens. And now as we see, light energy makes us visible makes us visible. Okay, we also sense colors with this light. Okay, as you see, as I tell you previously, we are visible to any object or feel any color or sense any color because of presence of light. So we can go next. Now I comes on next topic. Light coming in green light. How reflection left us when a white light splits up in 7 color and we feel any color because of presence of wavelength. Types of objects, which is non-luminous object and luminous object. Those objects which do not emit light themselves but only reflect the light which falls on them, we can say this is non-luminous. As example, flower, table, chair, wall, etc. These reflect the light which falls on them. Okay, we can extend with their examples: flower, table, chair, wall, etc. Okay, now comes to the next one, which is luminous object. Those objects which emit their own light are luminous objects, like sun, stars, electric bulb, tube lights, etc. All are luminous objects. Seeing some non-luminous and luminous object in the given figure which you see inside. So you can understand, and it comes next, properties of light. Now we comes on properties of light, and first one is light travels in a straight line. What? Light travels in a straight line. Okay, when a rays of light when a beam of rays of light comes and travels in a straight line, it is made up of photon. Light also consists of electromagnetic waves which do not require any material medium like solid, liquid, gas for their propagation. Okay, you can also understand light. It is composed of particles which is called photon, which I tell you previously, and it travels in a straight line with very high speed, which is 3 into 10 is to 8 meter per second in vacuum. You can understand light has a dual nature, that it exhibits the properties of both waves and particles. Okay, light has a dual nature, it has both. It is also made up of a photon, and it is also it is also travels in a straight line, and electromagnetic waves we read its both dual nature and their properties. Now comes on role of shadows. When a beam of light rays uh, when a beam of light rays travels in a straight line and any object or obstacles comes between them, then these rays forms their shape, and shadow we feel shadow. If light does not travel in a straight line, then what happens? You can feel. So comes to the next and go ahead. How light travels. Light travels. First one is refraction, and absorption. When a rays of light incident on any surface, then it reflected, absorbed, or refracted in any material media. Like when a glass slab comes between rays of light, then it makes some angle, which is called refraction. when in this case incident rays of light get refracted. So comes to the next and go ahead, and this we can see diagram of reflection and refraction. Reflection and refraction, we can see here both reflection and refraction. When a ray of light sorry when a ray of light comes from this object and incident on this spherical glass, then the rays of light reflected back and also refracted. Now comes on phenomenon of reflection. So we can say the phenomenon of reflection or sending back of light rays in the same medium which falls on the surface of object is called reflection of light. as we see, as you see in your screen, when the rays of light incident on a screen or polished surface or or sunny surface, then the incident rays of light get reflected back, which is called the reflection of light. The reflection is the change in direction of light at an interface of two media so that it returns back to medium from which it comes. Now comes next, the polished shining surfaces reflect more light than unpolished dull surfaces. As you see in this figure, when a rays of light comes from torch then and falls on polished surface, then the light rays get reflected back. So we can say the polished mirror reflects maximum light coming from its surface, but like wooden block or any other object which does not have polished surface, it does not do so, like unpolished surface. Silver metal. Okay, silver metal is one of the best reflectors of light. A bundle of rays of light is also called a beam of light. Okay, bundle of rays of light is also called a beam of rays of light, and silver metal is one of the best reflectors of light. It is not like a wooden blocks which does not do so. So we can say silver is one of the best reflectors. So now comes to the next, which seeing beam of rays of light. So this is a beam of rays of light, and now go ahead. Reflection from plane mirror. When a ray of light falls on a plane mirror, it is reflected according to the law of reflection of light. We can understand the law of reflection of light with these images. As an object is near the smooth side of mirror and their virtual images will be made up inside the mirror because of the rays of light reflected from the surface of the mirror. To understand the laws of reflection, we should know the meaning of these terms. The object and the virtual images formed with a dotted line. So now comes on the next one, incident ray. The ray of light which falls on the mirror surface, the ray of light which falls on the mirror surface is called incident ray. Incident ray gives the direction in which light falls on the mirror. Incident ray gives the direction, it gives only direction from which light falls, like sun. When light comes from sun and falls on an object, then we say sun always gives incident ray of light. Incident ray gives the direction of light. Now comes on point of interference. The point at which the incident ray falls on the mirror is called point of incidence. As we see the point of incidence here. Point of incidence, when the incident ray of light comes from sun and falls on mirror, then the meeting line is called point of incidence. Now comes on the reflected ray. The ray of light which is sent back by the mirror, which is sent back by the mirror, is called refracted ray. Is called reflected ray. Okay, the ray of light which is sent back by the mirror is called reflected ray. This shows the direction in which light goes after reflection from the mirror. As you see, the angle of incident from where the angle of incident rays of light comes, and angle of reflection forms from which side the rays of light get reflected, and in center angle of normal and in center normal is formed, which is 90 degree, which is of 90 degree. And I clearly visualize in this image angle of incident rays of light coming from the source, and reflected ray, normal rays, and a point of incidence formed. Normal, it is a line at right angles to the mirror surface at the point of incidence. It is only a line at right angles. Normal, as I tell you previously, it forms right angle with mirror. It always perpendicular to the mirror at the point of incidence. It is represented by dotted line. As you see previously, or I also draw in this time. Angle of normal form with mirror 90 degree. Angle of incidence, it is the angle made by incident ray with the normal at the point of incidence. See in this image, angle of incidence, it is noted by I, angle I. And reflected ray, angle of reflected angle of reflection is represented by angle R, and angle I is always equal to angle R. Angle of as I tell you previously, it is noted by R. Now comes on angle of reflection. It is the angle made by the reflected ray with the normal at the point of incidence. The angle between the reflected ray and the normal is called angle of refraction, as you see in this image. So comes next, it is noted by R, and now comes in laws of reflection. Now comes in laws of reflection. The incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. As you see in this image, all lie in the same plane. The angle of reflection is always equal to the angle of incidence. As I tell you previously, the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of refraction. If you also note, surely a ray of light which is incident normally on a mirror is reflected along the same path. The angle of incidence for such a ray is 0, or also be the angle of reflection is always 0, because of the angle of incident and angle of reflection get reflected back in the same path which comes from the source. So we also know angle of I is equal to angle of R. Some important facts which I see previously: normal on the plane mirror, normal on the plane mirror, which makes 90 degree with the surface. So go next. Regular and a diffuse reflection. Regular reflection: a parallel beam of incident light is reflected as a parallel beam in one direction only. This remains parallel after reflection also, because of when a parallel beam of incident light fall on a plane mirror, their surface is regular like smooth surface, so it gets reflected back in same manner. It occurs from smooth surfaces or highly polished metal surfaces. Okay, so it goes parallel after reflection. It produces clear images of an object. It produces clear images of an object because of their smooth surface and polished surface. As example, we can say still water, surface, plane mirror, etc. All are their examples. Diffuse refraction: a parallel beam of incident light is reflected in different directions. They do not remain parallel after reflection. Parallel beam of incident light is reflected in different directions. It is reflected in different directions because their surface is not regular, it is irregular. So it is also known as irregular reflection or scattering. As you see, when a beam of light ray comes in parallel with proper manner, but due to diffuse their diffused surface, they get reflected back in different directions. So it is called irregular reflection or scattering. It occurs due to irregularities or their roughness in the surface. There is no images formed in this reflection. As example, we can say paper, cardboard, chalk, walls, etc. The diffuse reflection of light is not due to the failure of laws of reflection. It is not the failure. We cannot say it is the failure of law of reflection of light. It is due to irregularities. It is only due to their irregularities in the reflecting surface, in the reflecting surfaces, objects, anything which gives out light rays is called object. like a bulb, a pinhead, a tube light, etc. All are object. Anything which gives out light rays. Image. It is an optical appearance produced when light rays coming from an object are reflected from a mirror. Image is or lens. Image is basically a reflection of an object. Image is basically a reflection of an object. An image is formed when the light rays coming from an object meet at a point after reflection or refraction. We can say image is formed when the light rays coming from an object, okay, and meet at a point after reflection or refraction. When the light rays meet at any point after reflection or refraction, then image is formed at that place. So we can conclude it. Okay, you can understand, guys. If you have any problem, then you can comment us, and please like, share, subscribe to my channel and support us. Okay, as you understand, anything which gives out light rays is called object, or any optical appearance produced when light rays coming from an object are reflected from the mirror or lens. An image is basically formed when the light rays coming from an object meet at a point after reflection of refraction, and image is formed. We can conclude it. Okay, now I can go ahead. Please subscribe to my channel and support us with your understanding with through object images and their formation with meeting point of light rays after reflection and refraction. And go and now goes next. Images are of two types: real images or virtual images. Real images are those images which can be obtained on a screen, is called real images. As you see on your screen, images that can be obtained on the screen. It is formed when light rays coming from an object actually meets at a point after reflection or refraction. I can calculate it previously, as you remember or not, then remember again. It is formed when actually light rays meet after reflection or refraction, then real images are formed. Light actually pass through them. Concave mirror forms real images, but if object is at a focus, then it forms virtual. So remember it. It is this point is also remembered, and never forget it. Okay. Images that cannot be seen. Images that cannot be seen is called a virtual image. Images that cannot be seen is called virtual image. It is formed when light rays coming from an object only appear to meet at a point when produced backwards, not actually meets. So we can conclude it: when light rays coming from an object only appears to meet at a point when produced backwards. Light rays do not actually pass through them. They are also called as unreal images. It is also known as unreal images. It can only be seen by looking into the mirror, like plane mirror, convex mirror. Okay, you can understand it. If you have any problem or any doubt, please comment us. You can join to our Telegram channel or WhatsApp us. I give you to solution of any problem just in second. Okay, So as you can see on your screen about real and virtual images, I think you can understand. If you have any doubt, please comment us and go ahead. And it comes next one, characteristics of images formed by plane mirror. Image is virtual and erect. Images is virtual and erect. As you see in plane mirror, image is on backward of mirror and the object is in front side of the mirror. The object and the image is real and virtual. Image formed by the formed at the same distance behind the mirror as it in front of the mirror. As you see, the image which is formed in front of the image which is formed inside the mirror, which is same in distance, and also the size of object and the size of image be same. Image is generally laterally inverted. As you see, when you stand on glass slab, then you see your image is just fully inverted, so you can say image is laterally inverted, like as you upper your right hand, then it comes on left side in mirror, and as you upper your left hand as you left it, upper your right hand in front of mirror, then your right hand comes left side. Okay, so it cannot be taken on the screen. The virtual image cannot be taken to the screen. Virtual image can't be taken because of virtual image cannot be kept outside the mirror. It is always inside the mirror. If you can keep it, then which can't happens from you. Now comes on lateral inversion. The change in size of an object and its mirror image is called lateral inversion. Like a right side appears left side and vice versa. The phenomenon of lateral inversion is due to the reflection of light. Okay, any phenomenon of lateral inversion is due to reflection of light. Ambulance is always written in lateral inverted form. So comes next, reflection of light from curved surfaces or a spherical mirror. When a parallel beam of rays of light falls on plane mirror, it is reflected. You can understand a spherical mirror, which is two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. When you cut a spherical ball in two parts, then you have meet two walls, which one is concave and the other is convex. When a parallel beam of light rays falls on plane mirror, it reflected as a parallel beam. It does not converge or diverge the parallel rays. You can understand it in many types. Okay, or those mirrors which can converge or diverge the parallel rays of light. which falls on them are called spherical mirror. The reflection takes place from the curved surfaces. The reflection takes place from the curved surfaces. You can understand it. Any reflection takes place from the curved surfaces. The reflecting surface of mirror is the part of hollow sphere of glass. As you cut spherical mirrors, then you have two parts: the parts in which upper side is painted and the inner side is polished surface is called concave mirror, and when the inside part is rough and outside part is polished, then it is said to be convex mirror. It has two kinds: concave mirrors and convex mirrors. So remember it forever, don't forget it. It is too much important for us. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And now go ahead with your understanding about these kind of spherical mirrors, reflection of light from curved surfaces. This topic is so much interesting, and they have many chances to come in your examination of 10th standards. So now go ahead, and it comes to the next topic. If you have any problem or doubt, please WhatsApp me or join to our Telegram channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. And your days be beautiful.